Okay, so today I'm going to talk about why police public order units and police public security units can never legitimately be called special operations, right? So the first thing, most importantly, is to understand that this term special operations has already been taken by military special operations unit and intelligence units partaking in paramilitary operations, right? So special operations already has its own established meaning, its own established weight, and its own established influence, and expectation, right? So if we look at special operations, what is it really? Basically, in a nutshell, special operations is to destroy, degrade, and to coerce enemy forces, right? So this involves operators working in hostile, denied, politically denied territory, surrounded by hostile actors, and they are partaking in covert and or clandestine hostile actions against the enemy force, right? So this can range from direct action missions to special reconnaissance missions that ultimately involves in killing the enemy or destroying important enemy infrastructure, okay? And it also involves operators engaging in deniable operations that involve psychological operations, also known as black operations, right? So in essence, basically it involves the operator creating chaos in that nation, right? Disrupting the nation's local public order, local public security, and basically the people that make up these units are meant to lie, steal, kill, and destroy for the greater good of national security. Okay? So now that you understand what special operations really is, when you look at police public order units or police public security units that label themselves or call themselves special operations, it just doesn't make sense, right? Because that's not the work that they are doing. They are not really doing special operations work, right? What they're really doing is just riot policing or providing a nationwide security service, responding to emergencies, right? So now that you understand what special operations really is, you can see that the nature of special operations and police public order policing or police public order security is opposites of one another. One is black and one is white. They are basically the opposites, right? And when you look deeper, into, let's say, the people that make up these two units, you can also see a lot of difference. Okay, so take for example, you take an operator from a military special operations unit or an intelligence service partaking in paramilitary actions, right? You take that operator there. Okay, now you take a member from a police public order unit or police public security unit like a SWAT or maybe a riot police unit, right? And you put them side by side. Now on the outside they may look the same, right? Because they may don the latest equipment, the latest weapons, use the latest tools, use the latest gears, right? But internally, when you look inside, their psyche is extremely different, right? Their psychological makeup is extremely different. The training that they go through, the missions that they are meant to do, and also their culture is extremely different, okay? And in a nutshell, basically, one is a city watch or a city guard, and the other is a war fighter or a man of war, right? So one is meant to arrive on scene and to understand that he has to kill the target or to destroy enemy infrastructure. The other is to arrive on scene and to avoid lethal force first, to prioritize non-lethal force usage, and to prioritize arresting first, and also leaving lethal force as the very, very, very last resort, and never to destroy any infrastructure, right? So you can see the vast difference between them. One is a city watch and one is a man of war, right? So never be fooled, by the outlook of weapons or equipment, because just from that alone you can never tell the intention of the people, their training, or even the depth of their character, right? So it's important that police leaders, understand that you don't name your units special operations just because you have the latest equipment, the latest weapons, or because your unit has one of the toughest physical selection programs, or has to go through many months or years of physical training programs, or have to clear tough athletic tests. Special operations is not about all that. There's a completely different matter altogether, right? Special operations is doctrinal, right? You can only ever be called special operations by doctrine alone, right? So if your unit is meant to go into a hostile foreign denied territory to kill and to destroy, right, or to lie, such as conducting black operations, psychological operations, right, such as military SOF or intelligence SOF, partaking in paramilitary operations, then, only then, doctrinally you can be called special operations, right? And all this is a doctrinal fact.